Welcome back to the Blues Center. We're here for interview number 14 with funky drummer James Gadson.
Oh, hey.
James Brown and other people also have lyrics that talk about New Orleans being the home of the blues. What do you think? Where does New Orleans fit into this whole story?
As far as I'm concerned, I think that's true from what I know. The music band that I would hear when I was younger, man, I would hear a lot of that stuff. Come on, baby, let the good time roll. This is my story. I mean, there's so many things that came out of New Orleans musically. And we had things that I used to do, Guitar Slim. All the music is down there.
The blues is still kind of shining through in rock and country and R&B.
Most of the people that learn how to play the blues, they can play a lot of other different kinds of music. Play it the way it's supposed to be played, I'll say it like that.
The feel.
Yeah, it might be hidden, or maybe a lot of people might not recognize it, but it's in there. I mean, it's got to be, that's the start.
Temptations, one of the greatest groups of all time. What did it feel like working with those guys?
It was wonderful. When I was with the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band, we used to open up for them. And I knew Dennis Edwards at that time because he had taken over the lead spot. And so for me to be able to play on some hit records with them.
Would they let you sing?
No. Yeah. In the Watts band, I had a hit record out called Love Land. The people didn't even know I was singing it because Charles had the horns players in front of me, and he'd be on the piano moving his mouth, so they didn't.
And you ended up getting paired up with Jamerson eventually?
I got to play with him, man. That was a wonderful thing. He was, you know, I did get to do some sessions with him and talk to him. I mean, Jamerson had a photographic memory. You know, he could look at the music, and he was an avid reader. He was a great musician.
Now Barry mentions we should have you give us some yodel. I feel like a cup of cocoa. How would you describe like what part you're bringing in the creative combination?
I mean, the only thing he ever told me was everything else I did.
And are you doing some singing and some playing of anything else or producing on those kind of records?
Yeah, we sung the backgrounds on Lean On Me.
I read that you had a lot of sessions with Beck.
Well, I love working with Beck. You know, Beck, so adventurous, you don't never know what you're going to do. I mean, he'll pull out of you stuff that you might not think you could do. You know, so it was, you know, Beck was great. I used to work with Ray Charles. I'd go to the studio, and it would just be him and me. And he would touch me on the shoulder and, man, take me on over here. He'd mic the drums up by himself. You know, he knew doing it. Chord, I guess it was in Braille.
And when he makes a record, was he always vocal on keyboards, or did he try and get on guitars and basses and things like that?
I know that he played alto saxophone because I remember seeing him when I was about 14, 15 years old, coming through Kansas City with his band. Hey man, I was young and crazy. I would sneak off and go into nightclubs and stuff, and they put me out sometimes. I would check Ray Charles them out one night when I saw him playing alto.
Get into the Neville brothers much when they're making their records?
Yeah.
I can sort of see you like somehow identifying with Aaron Neville.
I got to play a record with him.
He likes the yodel too.
Yeah, oh, he's woo. I made a record with him where he sung a lot of the songs in his natural voice. We played for 8 hours one day, and he sang every take and didn't get hoarse. I was, you know.
He's very strong.
Very strong.
So I want to thank you, BCI number 14,
I hope
James.
you use it.